Good evening, it's 8 o'clock. I'm Sally Burdett, live from Johannesburg. Your top stories this evening.
When I saw him, I just cried just because I can hold him again. I wasn't feeling overwhelmed anymore. I was feeling relief. All the pain is gone.
A young mother from Port Elizabeth is overjoyed tonight. Her toddler is back in her arms after being abducted, allegedly by a woman who gained the grandmother's trust. A fire that started a week ago in the Betty's Bay area is still burning. It's now in the Kogelbaai Nature Reserve. And as parents dish out the dough for school uniforms ahead of the new school year starting Wednesday, the Competition Commission has not fully resolved the problem of uniform monopolies. We start in Port Elizabeth, where an abducted 3-year-old has been reunited with his mother. A 25-year-old woman will appear in the Magistrates' Court tomorrow. She's accused of snatching the 3-year-old from Pollock Beach on Friday. Our reporter Sandy McCowan was there for the little boy's homecoming.
He's back home and full of fun. Much to the relief of his 24-year-old mother, who says she wouldn't have been able to live without him.
And when my mom told me about it, I just ran to the sea there by the pier. I just wanted to run till there and throw myself into the sea. And then she's also like shocked, and she's asking the people, don't let me go that side and stuff. Because there was a lot going through my mind. I didn't know what to do because I was feeling so hopeless.
The drama started when his 52-year-old grandmother took the 3-year-old to the beach. She made friends with a 25-year-old woman who took the child across the road to buy cigarettes, but she never returned.
I feel like I can trust her, but the time was going past. Still, there's something up in my mind, like it's a crazy lady. And I was up and down there because I trust this woman. And it's the first time it happened to me.
After a citywide search, police followed up on a number of tip-offs, which led them to a shack in Warmer.
We found him in the shack. He was sitting in the shack with the suspect. We've taken the child to the hospital for a medical examination. He was quite malnourished, otherwise he was fine.
The family, whose 21-year-old son was murdered in gang violence over a year ago, were called to the hospital.
Then when he saw my mother, then he just ran to my mom. And when I saw him, I just cried just because I can hold him again. I wasn't feeling overwhelmed anymore. I was feeling relief. All the pain is gone.
Police say they will not charge the boy's grandmother with neglect after finding that she's mentally challenged. Sandy McCowan, Port Elizabeth.
Meanwhile, in Mpumalanga, another young mother accused of killing her 4 children made her first appearance in the Witbank Magistrates' Court today. 24-year-old Zintle Maditla handed herself over to police after her 4 children were found dead and wrapped in blankets on the 26th of December last year. Maditla faces 4 counts of premeditated murder. Now, the motive for the murders is still unknown, but sources close to the accused say she was suffering from depression. 8-year-old Minentle, 6-year-old Blessing, 4-year-old Shaniqua and 11-month-old Ethan Maditla will be laid to rest tomorrow. We move now to the Western Cape, where firefighters are still battling to contain a blaze in the Overberg region. It's been 7 days since the fire broke out in the Betty's Bay and Pringle Bay area. The blaze has now been contained in the Kogelbaai Nature Reserve, but strong winds are a real concern, as Peladi Setusa reports.
Strong winds and inaccessible parts of this mountain make putting out this fire seem a near impossible task.
We've been given the instruction, we've been showing the fire line where it is, and then we went there, but then when we get there, the wind it was too strong. And then the instruction was saying, go down and then monitor.
Firefighters working day-long shifts have been battling for 7 days, but have only managed to put out just half of the blaze.
Currently, the fire is burning up on the upper slopes of the mountain, which means that the ground crews cannot reach that area. And the helicopters are most effective when they can actually bomb and the ground crews start damping down immediately.
The fire started last week, claiming one life and destroying some residential properties.
There's no immediate danger to any residential or other properties, but we do have the nature conservation area, Kochel Bay Nature Conservation Area, which is sustaining quite a bit of damage, and this is of obvious concern to us.
Authorities say they'll need at least 2 more days of rigorous fighting to completely extinguish the flames. Piladi Situsa, Kochel Bay in the Western Cape.
Africa's oldest liberation movement turns 107 tomorrow. But ahead of its birthday celebrations, the ANC is still battling factionalism and allegations of corruption. All this, of course, in a crucial election year. President Cyril Ramaphosa is due to meet former President Jacob Zuma this week, who still has a good deal of support in the party. Samkela Masego reports.
They can see, they can feel, they can touch, they can smell the work that is being done for them by the African National Congress-led government.
South Africans will be going to the polls in May, and ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa is gearing up for a fiercely contested election. But he's had to deal with contentious issues within his own party and its outspoken former president.
Yes, the meeting is still planned, it's going ahead, and both of us are very relaxed. We are comrades, and we belong to the African National Congress, and we want to contribute to the strength and the growth of the ANC. So people should never be concerned about a meeting between former President Zuma and myself. It's a normal get-together. We've worked together with President Zuma for many, many years, and we continue to work together.
Some fear that Ramaphosa may face a hostile KwaZulu-Natal crowd during Saturday's election manifesto launch at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. But he claims the ANC in the province is united.
You won't be put on Saturday?
No. There won't be any something like that. Nothing.
There is no such in the ANC. We're more united, and we're working very, very united, consolidating unity of the ANC, and you will see on Saturday.
Since Ramaphosa's election as president of the ANC and the country, he spent a significant amount of time trying to consolidate a strong support base in what is the party's biggest province. Samkela Masego, Port Shepstone.
Still ahead on eNews, Gabon's government claims to have things under control after a failed coup rattles the country today.
What?
Government schools reopen on Wednesday, and many parents are doing last-minute stationery and uniform shopping. Now, the cost of school uniforms remains a contentious issue. While you can shop around for better prices on the basics, there are still monopolies controlling prices for some schools. Aviwe Mtile reports there's still no clarity on when these deals will be dismantled.
Some uniform suppliers have long-standing agreements with schools, much to the frustration of parents. And the Competition Commission is yet to make a ruling after its investigation last year into these monopolies.
We have come from a history where schools were instructed to buy from particular shops, but the advent of democracy is that now we have a law called the Competition Act. The Competition Act now allows everybody to compete. So those small businesses that are selling uniforms, they must also give an opportunity to sell uniform.
Here in Johannesburg CBD, parents waited out for affordable prices. Inside Lee Wholesalers, managers say just like the big retailers, they too have done all they could to keep prices down.
Prices have shot up quite a bit because our fabrics come from overseas, and with the economy being up and down and our rand doing up and down, going from all different prices, our suppliers of the fabrics have had no choice but to put up the prices.
Consumers inside this particular store will find grade 1 shirts for 95 Rand. grey trousers sell for 155 Rand, while skirts vary depending on the schools, but you can expect to pay around 130 Rand for one. But it appears some of these consumers were expecting worse.
After the last 2 years, I think it went up like twice. And I think it's not that bad.
It's my firstborn, so it's my first time buying uniform. You see, so that's why the price is good. It's not that high where I was been expecting.
At the same time, big retailers like Edkin and Woolworths seem to have kept prices fairly unchanged from last year. But for those only able to find their uniform from a specific supplier, the frustration continues. And it's not yet clear when these agreements will be dismantled. Aviwe Mtila, Johannesburg.
Well, speaking of money, let's take a look at what the markets did today. Let's get your latest international news now. And in Gabon, the presidency says it's still in control. The government claims they've arrested the chief military rebel who led a failed coup today. Now, 2 commandos he worked with have also been killed. Soldiers appeared on state television earlier today declaring their dissatisfaction with the government of ailing President Ali Bongo. Bongo is being treated in Morocco after suffering a stroke in October while visiting Saudi Arabia. His family has ruled oil-rich Gabon for nearly half a century. A Saudi teenager who barricaded herself in an airport hotel in Bangkok has used Twitter to appeal for asylum. Rahaf Muhammad Al-Kunun is fleeing her family in Kuwait. She believes they will kill her because she has renounced Islam. Thailand has now decided not to expel the 18-year-old who's been holed up in the hotel since Saturday. Thai officials plan to meet representatives from the UN High Commissioner of Refugees. And 2 people have died off the Turkish coast. A coal ship sent out a distress signal from its position in the Black Sea. 13 crew members were on board. 7 were rescued, but 4 are still missing. Still ahead, we've got all your weather with Louis in Cape Town. Hi there, Louis. And then...
And the Golden Globe goes to Rami Malek.
Bohemian Rhapsody scoops the top awards at the Golden Globes.
This is Rami Malek's first win and 3rd nomination.
Let's head down to Cape Town to get your weather news. Here's Louis Fernanda. Good evening, Louis. Tell us what's happening this week. Lots of storms ahead?
Sally, it does look as though we're going to continue seeing some stormy weather over the central and eastern parts of South Africa, and our latest satellite image shows that we currently have thunder showers over parts of the Free State and also extending to some areas in the Eastern Cape as well as along the border with Botswana. And as we can see from our rain forecast, we're going to continue seeing a few showers and thunderstorms for those areas overnight, and a little bit of rain will also start settling in along the southern coastline. That will last well into mid to late morning, including around Port Elizabeth. And then in the afternoon, the thunder showers return to the eastern parts of the country. And it looks as though an especially stormy afternoon and evening lies ahead for parts of the Eastern Cape and the KwaZulu-Natal interior. We could even see strong or severe thunderstorms developing for those parts. But a much more settled day than that into the Northern Cape. A bit cloudy at first for Alexander Bay and Springbok, where it will be a mild afternoon. In the Western Cape, as we've already seen, some rain along the southern coastline. In the afternoon, there could be thunder showers around Beaufort West, but the chances are low. A somewhat better chance of thunder showers for the Eastern Cape, especially around the Drakensberg areas where we could have those strong thunderstorms developing. And as we've just seen, it's going to be a very stormy day into parts of KwaZulu-Natal, especially for the afternoon and evening. So we'll be keeping a close eye on the province as the day progresses. Similar for parts of Mpumalanga, a high of 26 for eMakhazeni, but 10 degrees hotter than that for Skukuza at 36 degrees Celsius. It should be a dry day for the low-felt areas of Limpopo, but other parts of the province are likely to see a few thunder showers. And it's going to be a hot afternoon in the northwest with Mahikeng reaching a high of 35 and once again a few thunder showers possible in the area. And a lovely hot summer's day expected for the Free State, perfect for heading to the swimming pool, but keep an eye to the sky as those thunder showers will be popping up once again. And very much the same for Gauteng. You're going to reach a high of 28 in Johannesburg with a few isolated thunderstorms possible. Let's take a look at what Wednesday brings to your parts of South Africa, and we are expecting a bit of wet weather in the eastern and southern parts for the first school day of the year. Dry for Kimberley at 37 degrees Celsius, and then on Thursday the pattern remains more or less the same, but there could be some rain around for a cloudy and somewhat cooler Cape Town with a maximum of 24. That's the story from the Weather Centre. Sally, it's back to you.
Thank you so much, Louis. And finally, the Freddie Mercury biopic Bohemian Rhapsody took the top award at this year's Golden Globes. It's the first major awards show this year before the Oscars next month.
And the Golden Globe goes to Rami Malek.
It was a battle between musical movies, and Freddie Mercury came out on top. Bohemian Rhapsody was up against A Star Is Born for several awards. Rami Malek got the Best Actor nod for his portrayal as Mercury, while the movie won the Best Drama Motion Picture.
Thank you to Freddie Mercury for giving me the joy of a lifetime. I love you, you beautiful man. This is for and because of you, gorgeous.
There was also an upset for Best Actress in a Drama Motion Picture. Glenn Close beat out the favorite, Lady Gaga. But it wasn't all bad news for the Star Is Born singer-turned-actress Gaga. She won Best Original Song for the film's title track, Shallow.
This is the first win and first nomination for this incredible writing team.
Elsewhere, British actors Olivia Colman and Christian Bale took home the lead comedy movie acting awards for The Favourite and Vice, respectively. Green Book, a movie about racial segregation in 1960s America, won Best Musical or Comedy in a Motion Picture and a Best Supporting Actor award for Mahershala Ali. If Beale Street Could Talk, a movie based on the novel of the same name, earned Regina King the Best Supporting Actress award.
Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk. Roma!
Semi-autobiographical movie, Roma, nabbed Alfonso Cuarón Best Director and was named Best Foreign Language Film. In television, thriller The Americans won Best Drama Series, Killing Eve Sandra Oh got the Best Actress nod, and Richard Madden Best Actor for the British series Bodyguard.
Before we go, let's recap your top stories this evening.
When I saw him, I just cried just because I can hold him again. I wasn't feeling overwhelmed anymore. I was feeling relief. All the pain is gone.
A young mother from Port Elizabeth is overjoyed this evening. Her toddler back in her arms after being abducted, allegedly by a woman who gained the grandmother's trust. A fire that started a week ago in the Betty's Bay area is still burning. It's now in the Kogelbaai Nature Reserve. And as parents dish out the dough for school uniforms ahead of the new school year Wednesday, the Competition Commission has not fully resolved the problem of uniform monopolies. And that's your news this Monday. Take care and good night.